Hello, everybody. This is Glenda
And Buster.
And Rosie.
with AKA GK Fralin.
A friendly community.
And our friendly community
Welcomes you.
Yes, we do. I'm going to go by a couple things on the calendar because it kind of struck home with me today. Yeah, one of those. This is going to sound a little weird, but it's not as weird as a person might think. It's just the way I say it. Okay, according to the calendar, today is Forgive Your Foe Day. So, in my life, my biggest foe has been me. And that's not always easy to admit.
Do we have to listen to all this?
I'm not going to drone about it.
You better not.
Oh, come on. I have been learning to let that go. But I want to help, I want to mention, I want to talk.
We'll do it then.
Just behave, Buster.
Thank you. Do you ever think why those two talk to each other the way they do? I mean, they are both a part of me. Anyway. Yeah, I don't put these guys on and talk to myself during the day. I don't. I do talk to myself, just not with these guys. Okay, funny. But when you listen to the conversation, if you really listen hard, you can almost hear a little bit of the battle going on inside. And that is the battle of me against me. And I think a lot of us have that battle. And it's sometimes, I mean, people hurt us in life. People do. They move on. But we still battle inside ourselves. And a lot of times it's because we can't forgive ourselves for what happened to us. And that makes no sense at all, but it's true. And then sometimes, because of that, we don't always treat the people around us so nice. We don't intentionally want to hurt them, but we do. We either don't see what they're going through, or our anger goes the wrong direction. See, neither direction is good for the anger. But we all have our inner battles. And, okay, this kind of hit me in the head tonight when I watched this show, but been having a little struggle lately. Some things happened when I was younger. Well, when I still have one of my kids at home. And they discovered I was bipolar. But there was something that triggered that, and that how it manifested itself. I don't know if I'm actually going to publish this, but anyway. But I had myself in so much inner pain. I didn't see the pain within my family around me. And when I started to come around to the point where I was starting to forgive myself, and I was starting to see the suffering of my own family, I realized that had been stretching over a long time. Not just with me, I'm talking about generations. Because that's how life happens. Life happens over generations. There's something else that happens over generations. And that's love and joy. And that's why I stick so tightly now. And because why I believe so heartily in kindness and learning to be strong inside. Now, I know where my strength comes from, but everybody has to deal with that themselves. Yes, I've been tired and I've been a little down. And I'm not going to try to disguise it. Not today. I've been disguising it, and I don't want to disguise it anymore because it's there. Went to see my parents a couple weeks ago. My mom barely opens her eyes anymore. And I just have to keep telling myself I know where she's going. And I see my husband suffer with his sciatica. And I can't help him. Not much, other than to nag him to take something for it or get off his feet. You know, all those things a naggy wife does. And my children, they're grown. But you know what? They're still my children, and they go through things. And some things are things that they haven't dealt with from when they were younger. That they're dealing with now. But it all comes around to one thing. And that's a decision. And I get tired. And I get worn out. That doesn't mean my decision is a wrong one. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to hold to my decision. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to have some down days. Has anybody got the violin? It just means that my decision to live the best I can and love the best I can and be as weird as I possibly can doesn't really change. Anyway, so be weird and be happy. Good night, good night. Don't let the bugs bite. Good night, good night. Sleep till the daylight. Good night, good night. Be kind to each other. Good night, good night. I went off key there, okay? Tell someone you love me. I love you.
I love you too. I'm just the grumpier part of you.
Thank you for that, Buster.
And I'm the pinker part of you.
You guys do me good. See you tomorrow. Excuse me, I've been snoozing. Oh. Well, that's for brain freeze. I think that's a suppressor sneeze. Good night, good night.
Don't let the bugs bite.
Good night, good night. Sleep till it's daylight. Good night, good night.
Tell some.
Oh.